Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I am going to bring to you my buyer's guide on essentially what is our third generation of Super GT car, which we've looked at. So we've looked at the JGTC machines, that being the Tom's Castrol Supra and the Pennzoil Nissan Skyline. Then we looked at the 2008 generation machines. As you'll know, the Honda NSX was basically the standout of pretty much the lot so far. And now we're on our third generation machine. These are the 2016 machines. And the first one up we are looking at is the Lexus RCF GT500 from 2016. Obviously, as you'll know, I'm running the up-to-date 2022 Zen livery on mine. You can buy it from the Lexus dealer for 800k. So again, cheaper than the 08 GTR, which we previously did, and back on par with the other GT500 machines. So you may be wondering kind of why I'm reviewing all the sort of GT500 machines at the minute. It is because I am basically running up to a very special video I have made, which is around about 45 minutes long, so a very lengthy video. Took over about about 8 or 9 hours. Just to make it using custom racers in Gran Turismo, which features GT500 cars, GT300 cars and GT500 classic cars. So that'll be, the Tom's Castrol Supra and the Skyline. Yeah, basically I just want to sort of hype these cars up, get across how cool they are to use and how good they are, and then drop that Super GT video at the right time. It has been sat around waiting for a couple of weeks at this point, and I'm pretty much getting to the point where I'm ready to release it. So basically that is going to be a long running series where I go 6 rounds of a championship, and we keep an eye on leaderboards and things like that, using all these classic GT500 machines, the more modern ones, and as well I'm going to use GT3 cars with full official liveries as a GT300 class. So it's sort of basically a multi-class race, which, as you'll note, the Super GT Championship is in real life. So with that announcement out of the way, what is my opinion on this car? Well, originally I did think this was probably the weakest of the sort of 3 2016 machines we have in the game, but kind of over the last few weeks I've really grown to really enjoy this car, and really sort of see it for what it is. So it's probably the most, I don't know how to sort of say it, so the NSX stands out because it's an NSX, a really sleek, almost supercar looking machine. Same with the GTR, where the RCF feels like a bit more sort of toned down, and a bit bulkier and bigger, and I think that would sort of turn a lot of people away from the car, but I thought I'd give it a go. And since I first used it, I've just kind of fell in love with it. One thing to note, obviously I have to use default setups and I can't tinker with the cars or add upgrades. It feels a lot more weighty, especially compared to the 2008 machines. It feels like really bulky, and a bit heavy around the corners. However, yeah, you're going to be pretty surprised by the end of this lap just how quick this car is. Even I was pretty much took aback by the absolute pace this thing really has. The lap itself, when I was doing it, it did not feel that quick, and I was sort of shocked at the end result. Really caught me by surprise. Did really enjoy this lap, but like I said, sort of getting used to the weight of this car, it does feel a bit bulkier than the others, and it looks bulkier as well. But yeah, once you've kind of got over that and got used to that feeling, yeah, you'll be very surprised just by how much these cars really do put out performance wise. They're no slouches. A lot of people kind of look at these and think, oh, it's kind of like a glorified GT3 car. No, these things are next level. Like just the downforce these things have, they sort of suck to the road, they carry insane speeds through the corners, and they're capable of hitting some really pretty impressive top speeds, and the acceleration they have, it is second to none. Like, it is kind of comparable to some of the Group 1 machines. They really do feel like they sort of accelerate insanely well out of corners, especially these more modern machines. I do hope in the future these kind of machines get updated to obviously the new Nissan Z car, which is obviously in Gran Turismo 7, the GT500 version from this year, and maybe, you know, some more up-to-date liveries, and the Supra as well. I hope that kind of gets added, because obviously we haven't got the modern GT500 Supra. It would be really awesome to sort of see more of these cars coming out, but I don't really know for sure yet. I mean, we've had a few race cars. Obviously the most modern one we've had so far was originally the BLZ. That was a GT300 machine, that was from last year, and then we obviously had last year's Toyota hybrid class Le Mans racer. So they're pretty awesome additions. I'm just hoping this sort of paves the way for more modern Super GT machines in you know, kind of future updates. So can I really pick out any flaws in this car? Not really. Like I said, once you get over that, you know, bit of extra weight and a bit of the bulkier feel of the car, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to be able to kind of jump in. I do feel like it's maybe not as accessible as the older cars, obviously apart from the NSX, which is really lively. I do feel like you have to be a bit more confident to sort of jump in this car and do insanely well with it. But yeah, we'll kind of find out in the future where the 2016 GTR and the NSX stand. But overall, they do feel, you know, this one did feel a lot bulkier, and I feel like for a more novice player or someone just jumping into Gran Turismo, it'd be a bit difficult to sort of balance that along with taking corners at, you know, insane speed, you know, with the amount of downforce these cars have. So I wouldn't recommend it for someone that's really, you know, not confident at all. But I feel like as long as you've got a bit of confidence, then you'll be able to handle this car no problem. As this lap closes, we'll let you listen to the onboard sound as we go across the line. One thing that really stands out in these cars is definitely the crackle and pops they do when you let off the throttle or you're downshifting. Like the upshifts and downshifts in these cars sounds absolutely, you know, insane. No complaints in the sound department for this car. Absolutely awesome. As you can see, this is a bit of onboard footage, and this will sort of give you, you know, a perspective on, yeah, how quick you can hit these corners. It just glides over them. Like I said, that bit of extra weight, a bit difficult to get used to at first, but you know, you can kind of get used to it pretty quick. I'll let you have a quick listen to the onboard, and then we'll discuss my final opinions, and we'll take a look at the, you know, the lap time leaderboard. So for me personally, I think it sounds absolutely great on board. I absolutely love this camera angle. Definitely one of my favourites that we have in the game, as well as obviously the dynamic replay camera. I think they look absolutely awesome, and it's perfect for, you know, when I do these buyer's guides, to really give you a look into not only the outside of the car as well as, you know, the inside of the car from a bit of an offset angle. For me, definitely an awesome camera angle to use. So overall, what's my opinion on this car? Well, I absolutely love it. I can't really find any major complaints. Like I said, the weight may be a little bit much at first, but within 5 minutes you're going to be on top of that, and you'll sort of compensate for that little bit of extra meatiness it has through the corners. Yeah, it's just no slouch, this car. So with all that being out of the way, let's have a look at our individual sector times, and then we'll look at the lap time leaderboard and see where it places. Also featuring a bit of a special one, because I believe this is now into over 20 cars we've done, so some cars may have disappeared off the leaderboard, and we'll take a look at that. So overall, a lap time of 6 minutes 4.375, so that is an insanely quick lap time, much quicker than I really thought. Like I said, when I was using this car, it didn't feel insanely quick. I don't know if that's just because it feels very controllable, or maybe that bit of extra weight just feels like it's not as quick as some of the lighter machines. But yeah, awesome lap, and I really enjoyed putting it in. So overall, that is going to put us second. So it is actually be a Group 1 car, being the Audi Vision Gran Turismo and the Audi e-tron Vision Gran Turismo, putting it just below the Toyota GR 10 Hybrid, which came in update 1.16. An absolutely awesome lap there. So just goes to show you, these Group 2 cars are no slouch, and once you get used to them, they are capable of beating some of them Group 1 cars. So this is the bit I was on about, with a special bit of the leaderboard. As you can see, we have done over 20 cars. Yeah, as you're going to see as we scroll down, here is your top 20. So a car has been knocked off. I can't quite name which it is. I believe it may have been I want to say the Amuse GT1. So that leaves the Roadster Shop Rampage in 20th position and at risk of getting knocked off, which I believe it may do soon. So overall, my opinion on this car, I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favourites, and like I said, this category of car, these Super GT cars we've got, are just second to none. Some of the most fun you can have in the game, and I'd recommend anyone to pick them up. I mean, for me, yeah, they're 800k. You can earn that in one race in this game. Don't sleep on them. Don't see them as sort of a, an overrated GT3 car, because they're not. So trust me, pick this one up, buy it now. Thanks for watching this buyer's guide. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who obviously watches all these videos. Don't forget my giveaway. My 3K giveaway ends in the middle of July. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll try and discuss as much as you want in the comments. And yeah, it's best to get hold of me when these videos first go up. But yeah, seriously, man. And seriously, thank you so much for watching.